October's housing numbers are in, and here in Oakville, we're actually seeing high inventory, longer days on market, and sellers making real price cuts. But there is a twist. Sales are holding steady, and in this market, we're seeing transition. That's the kind of word I'm using right now, and you need to know how to navigate it if you're a buyer or a seller. As always, welcome back. It's Alex. I am an Oakville and Toronto realtor. I help people buy and sell multiplexes, and I'm also a mortgage broker. And if you want to have a quick chat, just click the link in the description and book a call with me. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with the big picture and get the fun facts out of the way. Now let's start with the big picture and get all the fun facts out of the way. In Oakville 2025, we saw 249 total homes or properties sold with an average sale price of about $1.361 million, if we want to get technical, and the median sale price of about $1.2. We had about 669 new listings with a total active listings of just over 1,200, meaning it's going to take longer to sell, and we have the average days on market of 33 days. Now, the average home is selling for about 96% of the sale price, and this is telling us that buyers are negotiating and the sellers are listening. Now let's break it down property by property because the numbers tell a very different story. The detached properties on average are about 1.598. We had 134 sales there. Semi-detached, we had 15 sales and an average point of 1.19. Condo townhouses, average sale price $650 with 21 sales. Condo apartments, so condos, are $525,000 with 37 sales. The freehold townhouse market is about 1.1 and they had 40 sales. But again, that is area by area, and homes are taking longer to sell with an average of 33 days. Townhomes and semis under $1 million are the most active price point right now in Oakville, especially in family-friendly neighborhoods like Palermo and West Oak and Glen Abbey. And the condo market is really showing softness, especially in high rises. The average days on market for a condo is almost 50 days. And the median, again, we're talking about middle sales price here, is down to about $535,000. If you are looking for a good investment and you want to just score a little condo, you could get a good deal. But what do these numbers actually mean for you? If you're a buyer right now, this is the most negotiating power we've seen in so long. There's high inventory, which means you have more choice, you have less pressure, and you will get a better deal. Focus on value-driven areas like River Oaks, College Park, Bronte West, and don't be afraid to include your conditions and even make them longer. Do a 10-day condition, do an 8-day inspection. Do what you can to negotiate the best deal for you. Now, if you are a seller, I only believe in selling when you absolutely have to. If you are selling, it's all about strategy and speed. Homes are technically taking longer to sell, and overpriced ones are just going to cost you time and money and sit on the market. The good news is if you are selling again, have your house well presented, priced correctly, and it will still move, especially that sweet spot between, let's say, 1.2 and 1.4. If you're listing in areas like Midtown Oakville or Bronte Village, know that competition is rising fast, staging matters, and marketing matters more than ever. So make sure your realtor doesn't simply just take photos on their cell phone. You should fire them immediately if they do that. I actually want to go to my computer so I can actually show you what is recently selling. Let's go. Okay, so here we are, and I just want to quickly go through. So we're going to hit sold in Halton in Oakville for the month of October, right? So October 1st, October 31st. And we're just going freehold right now. This I just want to quickly go through a few locations, okay? So let's say you want to look in Glen Abbey. Let's go to Glen Abbey. How many properties were sold in the month of October that are freehold in Glen Abbey? 13, okay? I'm just going to move my little face right here. 13 properties were sold. So this one, obviously, you're going to see the beds, the baths, the square footage, and how many days on market it was. So 33 days, 8 days. Now this, I would preface and say, it's probably a fake 8 days because sometimes properties relist multiple times. And I'm going to show you exactly one in a second. But let's go down. You're looking at Glen Abbey. Let's say you want a pool. I believe this one had a pool. I was looking at this. Yeah, this one had a pool. So you are in Glen Abbey because you want to go to a specific school. You have friends there. It's a 5-bedroom upstairs, 2-bedroom downstairs, 5 bathrooms. Sold for $2.71. It was listed at $2.299. So the buyer obviously got to negotiate. And we're going to scroll all the way down because we're going to look and see if that's the true history. It is not. They were trying to sell from the beginning of September, so a couple months. And they were at 2.25. So the buyer got almost $100,000 off. Now let's go to another location. So we're not going to go Glen Abbey. Let's go River Oaks in my neighborhood, which is where I live, because I love River Oaks. I love anywhere in Oakville, but River Oaks, you see all the green trails, people. If you are looking at running or walking or enjoying trails, all of these little blue things are all little rivers and little trails everywhere. Palermo, this is where I used to live, has such a great trail. Anyways, we're getting off topic here. In River Oaks, this is what sold in River Oaks in October. 17 properties, okay? So I was looking at one of them, and I believe it was 2310 Grand River, okay? It sold for $2,060,000, okay? This was previously listed at 2.159, but also let's take into consideration it was probably listed a few times prior. It's been listed since September as well, okay? So again, negotiating power if you're a buyer, but not so much off, okay? If you're a seller, you don't want to overprice things because once you overprice, it will sit. But no, you are most likely not going to sell for what you list for right now. There will be some slight negotiations, okay? And last but not least, I just want to go through one more because I saw this the other day. We are going to go over to Joshua Creek, and I want to show you one that was trying to sell for $2 million, okay? Joshua Creek. How many sold in Joshua Creek? 9, okay? 9 properties sold. Now, Del Nice, this street is so nice. It's called Del Nice. It's so nice. It was listed at $2.6 million and it sold for $2.25, okay? Significantly down from the listed price. That buyer won, okay, in this property. Now, let's look at the history. They've been trying to sell since May of 2025 for almost $3 million, okay? The negotiation power here was huge. So if that buyer's agent, I hope they did do their due diligence, saw that it was listed here, again in July, again in September, and then they relisted it again for a certain price, and they really got that price down. So kudos to this buyer and this buyer's agent. Because that is a great price from where they tried to sell in May. So the moral of this is that there are minimum sales, but lots of negotiation power, okay? Lots of negotiation power. So if you are looking to buy in Oakville, you can get a great deal, and you should only be selling for 5 reasons, okay? If you're looking to sell right now, there's 3 Ds and then 2 other ones. You're either upsizing, downsizing, going through a divorce, you have debt and you have to sell, or you're going through some unfortunate circumstance where death is involved. So 5, upgrade, downgrade, divorce, debt, or death. That's the only reasons why you should sell. You should not be selling to just test the market, okay? So bottom line, prices are adjusting, but they are not crashing. Buyers have options and time, and sellers must price smart. The inventory is high. Let's see where it goes throughout the end of the year and how many properties come off the market and get relisted in the new year. And if we actually get a surprise rate cut in December, which I don't think we will, I'm going to guess that buyers are going to come out of the woodworks in those weeks in December and try to get a good deal before the year ends. So thanks for watching, and whether you're buying or selling or just tracking the market in certain pockets in Oakville, it always pays to have a plan. So if you are thinking about moving out here in 2026, now's the time to maybe have weekly updates or even bi-weekly updates of what's selling in the area that you want to move to, so you can stay on top of the prices in that neighborhood. So please hit that like button and the subscribe button. And if you liked this video, please in the comments below, tell me what your honest opinion is of the market and if you're a buyer or a seller.